Are you looking to get more accomplished in a shorter period of time? Well, that's exactly what this video is going to be about. In fact, I'm going to share with you the 4 things to becoming more productive, so stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Nick Arapoulos here. Welcome to today's video. We're going to change things up and talk about some productivity hacks that I've been implementing into my life, and I have a very good regimen I'm going right now, so I just thought I'd share with you my day-to-day routine so that you guys can get some value out of this as well. Now, if you are interested in this type of stuff in terms of entrepreneurship, productivity, making money online, social media marketing, and all that good jazz, make sure to subscribe to this channel because that's what this is all about. Okay, hit that bell notification so it'll be updated each and every time we come out with a new valuable training like the one you're watching. All right, guys, well, without further ado, let's get into these 4 hacks that's going to help you become more productive. Okay, so first and foremost is you want to set a to-do list. I don't know about you or not, but if I do not set a to-do list and I'm just trying to go off the whim and remember everything that I had to do that day, it is probably like 200% less productive in my opinion, because as I get older and older, I lose track of things, and if I'm not writing stuff down, I'm losing track of it. Okay, and the other thing about setting a to-do list is that you want to have the fulfillment of actually crossing off the to-do list. We talk about how, you know, social media, it's this whole dopamine charged thing, and basically gives you good feelings whenever you're on social media and you're getting likes and all that kind of stuff. Well, it's the same type of thing when you're crossing off a to-do list. I get so energized whenever I'm just like, did that, did that, did that. And by the end of the day, I have this whole list. I actually have it on a whiteboard. I have this whole list and I have the whole thing crossed off, and it feels so good. Okay, so make sure and set a to-do list. If you want to put it on a whiteboard, that's great. If you just want to write it on paper, but make sure you're writing it, not putting it in like a notepad or something like that, because it's not the same type of feeling when you're crossing things out. Okay, so set a to-do list. Now, the other thing I'm going to tell you about when you want to actually set this to-do list is actually the night before. And I'm going to talk a little bit when you actually want to do this the night before, but make sure that you are setting your to-do list the night before you go to bed, so there's no creative work you have to do at the beginning of the morning thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do today? Okay, so set it at night. The second thing is gratitude. Okay, I have this journal that I just got recently. A friend recommended it to me. It's called the 5-minute journal, and I certainly recommend that you pick it up. Again, like I talked about with the whole creativity thing in the morning, it takes that away. Okay, oftentimes when you're journaling and doing gratitude, for me at least, it can seem like a task, especially if it's like, oh, I have to do this. Maybe I make it so it's, you know, I have to write a whole page or something like that, and it kind of feels like a task. But the cool part with this 5-minute journal is that it's literally only takes 5 minutes a day. It already has everything written out for you, and you can, you know, just fill out the things. And one of the key components of that part is gratitude, being thankful for what you already do have, being thankful for the things that are going well in your life. Even if not everything is going amazing, you still can be grateful for the things that you do have, and it's going to help you be more productive. I've noticed that. That's just my experience that I've experienced for, you know, the past couple weeks. I've just been really focusing on gratitude and being thankful for a lot of things, and in turn it just like frees me up. Okay, so be grateful for things, write the things down. As you notice, I'm talking a lot of stuff about writing stuff down. Okay, so to-do list, gratitude, do a journal in the morning. I also like to do a visualization. This is kind of another extra thing. I would strongly recommend visualization. You guys can research it. I did a video previously on the book called Psycho-Cybernetics. That's a really good book that will share you some good visualization techniques, and that's going to help you, visualize you being productive during the day. You really can't do anything until you see it in your mind first, which is crazy as that sounds, but it is the truth. So if you can implement some type of visualization, even just like a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, you just start small and start building it up. Okay. Number 3. Get an accountability partner. This one is so huge, and it could be either an accountability partner or an accountability group or an accountability mastermind. We've tested with different ways on how we do this, but I'll share with you the most effective way that hands down is the best. You want to set down like exactly your tasks or your goals or whatever it is that you're trying to do to get more accomplished in the day. you have to tell someone that you're doing it, whether that's on social media or an actual person that, you just have a conversation with, maybe a roommate or whatever it is. But you want to get an accountability partner, and you want to have punishments for not accomplishing what you set out to do that day. So if you set a to-do list, say you have like 10 things on your to-do list, you tell your accountability partner, hey, I have to do these 10 things or else I don't get credit for it today. And the key component of this is that you have to set a punishment if you do not. So what we started doing is saying, hey, if I don't accomplish all my tasks or whatever it was, then I owe you $10. Okay, it doesn't sound like a lot or anything like that, but the thing is, every time you fail to stay accountable, that money doubles. Or you could put it in like a jar. You have to donate money to a charity that you don't like. Just make it a punishment that you really don't want to do. Okay, and basically what happens after the $10, we double it every single time. So if I missed out on my accountability stuff for that day, then I owe my friend $10, but then the next time I don't do it, it's $20. Next time I do it, it's $40, $80, $160, $320. So it adds up really quickly if you don't stay to task. And that's, we as human beings are twice as motivated by pain as pleasure, which is crazy. So you can set a goal and be like, hey, if I accomplish all these tasks, then I get to go have a nice dinner with my friend. And that will motivate you to a certain degree. But if you say, if I don't accomplish these tasks, then I don't get to eat dinner, you're twice as likely to actually finish. You're twice as motivated to actually finish that to-do list and stay accountable. Okay, so that is number 3, get an accountability partner and make punishments for when you don't accomplish your tasks. Okay, and number 4, this is probably one of the biggest and best ones that I can probably recommend right now because it's the main focus of mine, is getting a quality restful sleep at night. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I mean by here. So at night, I've been starting to do a lot of research on sleep and how it affects you and how to get better sleep and all this stuff. Now, one of the best things that I came to realization is that you want to shut down your screen time at night. Okay, and meaning like your cell phone or your TV or your laptop or whatever it is. And I wasn't like this before because I was the type of person that would always like work till the wee hours of the night, looking at my computer, looking at my phone, all the things that, with social media and all that kind of stuff. And I started realizing how bad that is for you and how it's truly affecting your sleep. In fact, I was kind of dependent on watching my computer or watching something like a movie or a show to fall asleep too. And the reason this is bad is because you're actually tricking your brain to thinking that it is light out. With our TV screens, with our computer screens, with our phone screens, it has this blue light, and it's basically tricking your mind and your body to think that it is daytime. So it's just like all confused, and then you're trying to go to bed, and then you just have a very restless sleep. Okay, even if you fall asleep right away, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're sleeping really well. So what I started to do is at least an hour, even better, 2 hours before you're planning on going to sleep, shut down all screen time. And instead, what I've been doing is writing and reading a physical book or just like on a paper. And basically what I do is I map out or I write exactly, the wins I had that day, things that were like motivating and inspiring that day, things that like weren't necessarily the best that I can improve on, and just really journaling my day. Okay. And then the other part of that is reading. That's going to just help you put you to sleep really well. I like to read success books. Right now I'm reading a leadership book on John Wooden, the most winningest NCAA basketball coach right now. It's a really good book. It's kind of more of a biography, and I personally like reading biographies when I go into bed, so I'm not thinking as much. It's more of just a story. But you can read anything. And then here's when I kind of circle it all back around. At night is when you want to do your to-do list, okay? So like I said before, you want to set your to-do list so then when you wake up, there's no you don't have to get creative and think about all the stuff that you have to do that day. It's already right in front of you. You have it right there. You can get to work, and then you start going and you start crossing off things. And the big thing with your to-do list as well, I'm going to just finish up right here, is have a few things in the morning that are just quick and easy and ready to go. Okay, so like the first one that I have is journal. I do my 5-minute journal, and it's just really quick, 5 minutes. I do a visualization, usually takes me like 5, 10. I'm starting to bump it up a little bit more, around like 15, 20. And then after that, it's make my bed, and then do my first task of the day. Okay, which right now is for writing my book. I'm writing a book on social media. I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of good information on it, but that's my first thing. And I do an hour of writing right away. I don't check social media. I don't check anything that's distracting. I get to work right away. I have that to-do list. I start crossing things off. I keep my accountability partner. I practice my gratitude. And then, at night, then I shut down screen time and I start writing and reading, and that's my schedule nowadays. And it's really, really helping me. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because that's the type of stuff that's working well for me right now. And I wanted to impart it on you guys. So hopefully that all makes sense. Hopefully you guys can start implementing this stuff. If you truly want to be more productive, take at least one piece from this, 2 pieces from this, and really start implementing it into you. But probably if I had to nail down one thing, it's probably the to-do list is probably one of the best things that you can do, and get started on that to-do list right away. Don't mess around with social media. Don't start drifting on there, start looking at other people's stuff, start getting distracted by everyone else. Focus on the important things in your day. Eat that frog early, as Brian Tracy calls it. It's just the most important thing of the day. Do that right away so you get it out of the way, so you don't have to think about it the rest of the day, and you're good to go, and you already had a productive day, and then you can kind of get some other stuff done. And if something happens to pop up later in the day, you still feel good that you got the most important thing done during the day. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully that gave you a good amount of insights. Go out there and implement it. Take action. Make sure and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this type of content, if you have not already subscribed. And yeah, connect with me on all my other social media platforms. All the links are in the video description. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you on the next video.